Going on to Orlikowski's article, we see that the researchers conducted this study to continue the development of the concept that addresses role of emergence and improvisation of technology and its use. In this article, they look into the innovation, learning, and improvisation of technology, and where it states that it has to be accounted for dynamic and emerging patterns of organizing, and this paper used in understanding organizational implication of technologies. So the theoretical development of structural perspectives. Uh, in this case, human action is the central aspects of the model, uh, and then the analytical examination of the impacts of use and introduction of new technology, uh, and this perspective is more dynamic. It, as compared to the previous structural theories that has been developed. So the use of technology, going on to the use of technology, here the artifact is are referred to the specific machines, techniques, applications, devices, or the gadgets, and the use is the repeated experience, personally ordered and edited version of the technical artifact experienced differently by different individuals. So we will be going into the technology in practice where specific structure routinely enacted as we use specific technologies. Uh, so the figure 1 and figure 2 shows the structural properties of the social system and then the technology in practice. So in structuring, Gideon states that structure is a state of enacted rules and resources that mediate social actions through facilities, norms, interpretive schemes, and in this case, the actor draws the knowledge of prior action facilities and norms and then applies such to the structure. So this, but then the technology in practice, it is a recursive process, and technologies in practice can be and are changed as actors experience changes in awareness, knowledge, power, motivation, time, circumstances, and the technology. So technology in practice is more dynamic and the changes occur through human action. So in the case of appropriation, the mention about appropriation, how technology is developed to be uh, used for a uh, um, specific appropriate work, and enactment is such that when people enact different technologies in practice with the same type of technology across various contexts and practices. So this study looked into the case studies of the use of node software in Iris Associates, Alpha, and the Zeta companies. And for the Iris Associates, we see that there's the enactment is a collaborative technology in practice, where the developers draw on their earlier experiences through the in the interpretive schemes. They and draw their earlier experiences, and then the norms where tools are being designed collaboratively, empower users by distributing control, and then their environment, such as their startup environment, and then their knowledge of software design, and their vision about collaborative of use of technology, all are used to enact a collaborative technology in practice. The Iris Associates developed this software, so they used this software. They used a more collaborative approach to the use of this software. For Alpha company, we see that different individuals ended up using different individuals ended up enacting differently, and for The first one of the first enactments is the collective enactment, where it is used for collective problem solving. In this case, the individuals participating in such enactments use electronic mail uh, as a good communication tool, use the notes as a discussion database, and they used it for entering and editing text and database creation and customization. And they use this as a technical problem solving, mm, and cooperation among themselves. So, and then it is recursive. For the limited use technology in practice, we see that people who had lesser interest in technology and lesser capabilities use the software for basic requirements, such as the mail, and then just to for discussion database, and then they didn't participate much. So the cultivate clients relationships, charge 100% of your time to clients, develop distinct competence to go get ahead, and knowledge is power. That's their norms. And so the consultant used the notes minimally, and they didn't use it a lot as the other two enactments, the other two groups of people. So for the individual productive technology in practice, we see that the consultants use the notes regularly to improve their efficiency. And they use the electronic mail, they use the news feeds, the file transfers, and then they used it to develop distinctive competencies to get ahead of the other individuals. And most of the people who were in this group were more on the advanced level of understanding the software. For the Zeta company, the paper uh, analysis found that there was a process support technology in practice and improvisation technology in practice, where for the process support technology in practice, the support specialists use notes routinely to deliver electronic technical support to the clients. So this was used for high quality services and for professionality, and to be a team player through group messages, and uh, and also used for document management. But in improvisation technology in practice, in this case, the support specialists used it to experiment with new ways of working. So they used it to experiment if high quality and timely service can be delivered through the system, and then it was used to collaborate with others, and through trial and error they learn uh, to add more efficiency to the work. So they use the mail system, and then the document management, and then data analysis through the software. So the implications of this study uh, came down to three types of enactments: the inertia, application, and the change. So for the limited use of technology in practice, it falls under inertia enactment, because there was low level of interest in technology, and there was limited technical knowledge. For application, collaboration, technology in practice, individual productivity, collective problem solving, and process support technology in practice falls under application, because uh, most of the interest falls under moderate to very high uh, of the people participating in this technology in practice. And for change, it's more of the improvisation technology in practice, where people choose to use the technology to substantially alter their existing way of doing things.